Alright guys, we are back again with another video, and today is regarding the developers discussion for Genshin Impact. And this time we got another update on the 19th of January, which is today. So they posted about 3 hours ago. I just managed to go through it just now. So we're going to be talking about the questions and answers that the developers have given us for the game currently. So let's take a look at it. So the first question is regarding the pre-installation. So they ask people asking when will pre-installation come to mobile platforms. We more players want to play sooner when version update was as well. So as of now, the version 1.2 update, only PC users get to enjoy this benefit of the pre-installation feature, whereas the other platforms like mobile and even consoles still haven't got the update yet. So the answers is we'll be releasing a pre-installation of mobile devices before the version 1.3 update. This will reduce the amount of time we'll need to update the game resources. So expect an update coming before the 1.3 update arrives, which is a nice thing. And looks like you can pre-install the resource package from the login menu, it seems, and you have to use the App Store or Google Play Store download latest game installation package, which is pretty nice. And they say more instructions will be given soon, so we'll see about that. Right, let's move on to next question number 2. So I wish that we could hold down a button to add materials when enhancing our weapons. So there are many requests of people asking that instead of clicking manually, we like to have a hold down button. So now they give us an answer. You'll be able to hold down a button over the image of weapon materials to increase or decrease the amount consumed. So for example, like the weapon enhancement mystic ores. So previously you need to click manually to insert the amount of ores you want to refine. So now with this new update that's coming, we can just hold on the mouse, left click on the mouse, and it should increase faster now, which is nice. So another quality of life update will be coming soon. Right, number 3. So this is regarding controllers. So we like to use controllers on iOS devices. So the answer is the developers have heard your cries. From next version onwards, which is 1.3, devices that have had their operating systems upgraded to iOS 14 or higher will now support the Xbox wireless controller and the Xbox Elite wireless controller Series 2, and also the PS4 DualShock wireless controller and iOS specialized Bluetooth controllers. So iOS users, you're gonna get a very nice upgrade here with the new update. I'm not sure about Android users though, because they didn't really mention anything about it, but I'm sure after they implement this update for iOS, they have to do it for Android, so it's fair, so that everyone can enjoy this benefit. And next question, question 4. So this one is very nice as well. I wish that we could have the ability to convert materials. So this one, what they mean by this is maybe you want to convert certain materials to another kind of material, like example the crystals, the gems, some of the pyro gems or the animal ones. Maybe you can convert some over, so you don't have to farm the bosses for more, which is nice. So you have leftover materials, you can just transmute them to a different kind. So they stay here. It's already in the development, it seems. So stay tuned for future official announcements regarding required materials and rules behind this function. So we'll see what they offer in the next version. Right, this one, question 5, is regarding Xingqiu and Fischl. So will electro charge reactions triggered by rain sword and or still trigger Fischl's talent when neither Xingqiu nor Fischl is on the field? So the answer for this one is no. So they're talking about the rain slasher talent from Xingqiu, which is the sword surrounding the sword attacking the enemy, and Fischl, they're talking about her all skill. So yeah, it's no, because for Xingqiu to deal damage for using the ulti, so the user needs to deal normal attack. So they give an example here. Normal attack only will trigger it. And they also found a bug here, it seems. So they say we have found that Oz is repositioned using elemental skill while he is on the field. The effect of undone by thy sinful hacks might be lost. So this one is the constellation 6 of Fischl. So if you have that constellation 6, I'm not sure you guys encountered an issue. So they said there's an issue with this constellation 6. So expect Primogems as a compensation for you guys. Alright, so question number 6. Why can't the Fatui Anemoboxer Vanguard counter dual attacks any longer? So the answer is the design of animal abilities was intended to mostly react other than with itself with Hydro, Pyrocore, and Electro. This is in line with the design of animal characters abilities and so reaction. So if you guys don't know, the Anemoboxer in the new update version 1.2 is no longer countering geo attacks. I didn't really notice this because I didn't really use geo that much, but if you guys notice this, then yeah, this is the answer already. So they did not they did not take this principle into account and design it with an additional counter mechanic to geo attacks. So this diverges from prior design language. So as such, we remove the Anemoboxer's Vanguard geo counter mechanic in these versions, and this due to an oversight on their part. This change will not reflect the announcement on time. So they are apologizing to you guys for not notifying you guys about this change, it seems. So here you go. That's the answer. Alright, so question 7. This one is regarding Ganyu's talent. So harmony between heaven and the earth not affect the elemental burst that activates it. So harmony between heaven and earth is a skill that buffs Ganyu's cryo damage by 20%. So the answer is, by the time harmony between heaven and earth is activated, Ganyu's elemental burst would already be unleashed. As such, it will not be affected by this buff. So yeah, so Ganyu is not getting any kind of buff if you activate the ultimate, and this harmony between heaven and earth will not be taken into account. So you only have to use other attacks like the normal attack to trigger this buff, which is the answer they have given us here. Alright, the last one. This is the most requested request of all time in Genshin Impact. Question 8. We would like to have more original resin. I'm sure everyone who is free to play definitely want more of this. And the answer they're giving us here is there's two parts. First part, all events in this version 1.3 does not require challenging leyline outcrops or domains will not consume original resin. Okay. The vast majority of large-scale events in future versions will also not consume original resin. So for this point, first point, they already kind of given us a hint that in next update or whatever event is coming up, next update will not require any more original resin, which is a good thing, and they should have never done that in the first place, because that is just not cool. If you want to play the event, you have to use resin. If you don't want to play the event, then you can't claim the rewards. So so basically this is the first point. Second point, let's go through really quickly here. Our battle pass will be adjusted from version 1.3 onwards, so to have additional federation rewards. So the Sojourner's battle pass, which is the free one that everyone's using, and the Gymnastic Hymn, this is the paid one, will obtain federation times 1 per 10 levels, starting from level 5, replacing the Mystic Enhancement Ores that was already there. So previously, if you didn't recall, every time you reach level 5, every 5 levels you get a certain amount of Mystic Enhancement Ores. So now they're substituting it with Fragile Resin, so you're gonna get 1 Fragile Resin per 5 levels, which is nice. And they also said here this will not change the total amount of Mystic Enhancement Ore gained through the BP. So I think they will add they will compensate the Mystic Enhancement Ores in other levels. So there will be more Mystic Enhancement Ores in other levels. And these Mystic Enhancement Ores will instead be distributed amongst other levels. So that's what they said. And yeah, so that is basically the answers for question 8. I know there could be more, but there's one thing they did not address, which is the regeneration rate of the resin. As you know now, it's 8 minutes for one, which is slow for those who play every day. It's very slow, and after that you have nothing much to do basically, because it's finished. You have to wait for either tomorrow or wait for a few hours, then you can play. If you want to play those domains, leyline crops, or the weekly bosses. So yeah, I was a bit disappointed they did not at least give us something better, like reduce the regeneration rate, or even maybe yeah, reduce the resin consumption for weekly bosses maybe, or the domains or the outcrops, because as your free-to-play player, I know it's very hard to progress faster than the pay-to-win players, because you can buy fragile resin using Primogems. So yes, and I'm sure most of you guys don't spend money in this game. So this is a bit sad to see that they did not address the resin issue, but I hope in the next develop update they will at least increase the regeneration rate to maybe 5 minutes or 6 minutes. I'll be very happy if they do it, but 5 to 6 minutes is fine, acceptable for the whole day, because if you play every day, as I said, you definitely can finish. I mean, you can finish your 160 racing in just a few hours or even minutes. So yeah, and then you can, after that, you nothing to do. So that's what I'm talking about. And yeah, so that brings us to the lighter session of the developers discussion to the end. And as usual, they ask if you have any questions, feel free to post in the comment section. And if you scroll down, everyone is asking about the resin system. So if you keep scrolling, and also drop rates as usual, another thing related to resin and drop rate as well. So you can see people are complaining about the drop rates and the resin system, even the daily logins as well. So yeah, so mihoyu, you better look into this, and I hope the next developer update will be better and everyone can be happy at least and enjoy the game. Alright guys, that's all for this quick discussions for the developer Q&A session for 19th of January, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace out.